Hello there, Team Gerwell. You are flipping in fifth with me, Mrs. G. Today our topic is topic 6, lesson 1, and our learning target is I will be able to multiply decimal numbers by 10, 100, and 1000. Go ahead and pause the video and write today's learning target in. Okay, great. Now we have a couple of vocabulary words today. Our first one is pattern of zeros. This tells us how many places to move the decimal to the right when multiplying. Our next word is annex. That means to add to. And our last word is annexing zeros, adding zeros to a number so you can place the decimal point. This does not change the value of the number. Go ahead and pause the video so you can write all of your vocabulary in under your notes section. So are you ready for the hardest thing we will learn all year? Well, maybe not the hardest. How about the easiest thing we will learn all year? That's right, multiplying decimals by tens, 100s, 1000s, and even higher is the easiest thing you're going to learn all year. Our first example, and here's a hint for you, you might want to write the steps in your notes, is 94 6/10 times 1000. So our first step is to count how many zeros are in 1000. Well, there's 1, 2, 3. There are 3 zeros in 1000. Now you're going to move the decimal to the right 3 places as well, because we're moving it the same amount of zeros that are in the number we're multiplying it by. And you're going to annex zeros to fill in the empty place value positions. So how would we do this problem? Well, here we have 94 6/10. Well, we know that there are 1, 2, 3 zeros in 1000. So we're going to need to move the decimal point to the right 3 times, or do what I like to call the leapfrog. So we're going to start off and we're going to move the decimal point over 1, then 2, and then 3 places. But right now we don't have any numbers in those places. So instead we have to annex the zeros. So again, we started with our decimal point here. We're going to move it to the right 1, 2, 3 points and put the decimal point at the end. So our answer is 94,600 because we don't really need the decimal at the end because there are no places after it. So here's a practice problem for you. 45 hundredths times 100 equals what? Go ahead and stop the video, do this practice problem on your own, and come back and let's see if you did it right. Coming back in 3, 2, 1. Well, here we have 45 hundredths, and we know there are 2 zeros in 100, so we have to leapfrog twice. So our decimal point is going to go at the end. But we already know, since there are no digits after the 5, that we don't need that decimal point. So our answer is just 45. Now it's your turn to try. See, I told you this was the easiest thing we're going to do all year long. Here are 5 practice problems I want you to do. Go ahead and write them in your notebook. Write down the answers, show me your leapfrogs, and then come back and check your answers. Coming back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And here are your answers for tonight. Go ahead and check them and make sure that yours are the same. And make sure that you've got those commas in there and you don't have the decimal point at the end of the number if there are no digits coming after it. So before you go, make sure you've checked your work and you wrote down how many you got correct. Be honest, this is not for a grade. Honestly, fill out the self-reflection. Could you teach this to a friend, or are you still confused? It's okay if you are. We can go over it tomorrow. and then fill in the space for any questions you still have. I hope you have a great night and enjoyed the easiest math lesson we're going to do all year long. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.